What a magnificent achievement to see all those young and some a little less young coming across to be acknowledged for their years of study and work. So very well done. Please join me in congratulating all our graduates this afternoon.
It's now my pleasure to introduce the graduate speaker for this ceremony, Gemma Slack. Gemma studied a Bachelor of Management Studies with honours majoring in Strategic Management and International Management. Gemma is passionate about conscious enterprise. She currently works in the philanthropic sector with Momentum Waikato, one of New Zealand's newest community foundations. The foundation links generous donors to strategic charitable investments targeted at transformational change, while building a permanent endowment for the benefit of generations to come. Her role as the foundation coordinator has provided an opportunity to help shape and build the region's community foundation. So, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, would you please welcome Gemma Slack to give the graduate address.
Te maunga, ko te tai o rehua te moana. Ko Rosalie Tasker Rawa, ko David Slack, hoki tipuna. Excuse me. Ko Ngāti Slack, toku hapu, ko te wharikarakia, mātua toku marae. No ahi tereiria, ahau engare kei Aotearoa, Kirikiriroa, toku kāinga naenei. Ko Charlene, Rawa ko Brendan, hoku mātua. Ko Jessie, toku hoa rangatira. Ko Gemma, toku ingoa. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Thank you for the introduction, Vice-Chancellor, and thank you so much for the honour and privilege to stand before you today as a student speaker. I'm humbled by the opportunity to share my thoughts with you today. I was asked to talk about my experience through university, and for many days I tossed up whether or not to be vulnerable and authentic and sharing a part of my story. Upon reflection, I've discovered that it's being vulnerable and authentic that I allow myself to grow, and growing's really important to me, so here goes. It would have been hard to believe that 7 years ago, today I would be standing in front of you all delivering a speech and graduating from such an esteemed university with honours. I'm originally from Australia, and my journey to New Zealand began at the beginning of 2010, when it was decided for me that I needed a change in environment. Not long after arriving, I was clinically diagnosed with drug-induced bipolar schizophrenia. And what the world would see as the icing on the cake, my doctors told me that I would struggle to live independently, hold down a full-time job, or even achieve a higher education. What a way to start my adult life. At this point, I was at a fork in the road, and I had two options. Live in the labels that I had just been given by my doctors, or try and challenge what the doctors believed that those labels meant for me in my life. I decided to challenge, and I decided to change my world. I began to work harder on myself, and for close to 18 months, I did my best with my homework with my psychiatrist, psychologist, social worker, and counsellor, attended all my meetings, and began to trust myself once again. And after some time, I was back out in the world. I was working and studying and doing what they call flatting here in New Zealand. It was really seriously hard at times in the face of my mental health hurdles, but my determination was plenty, my motivation was true, and my dreams were big. I held on to a vision that I had had since I was 14 years old, that I wanted to become a successful businesswoman. The strength of my conviction to see this vision come true was enough to drive me through the journey of higher education. I learned over many years how to turn my internal dialogue into something that was really positive and caring, and found the funny side to situations. Find the lesson. You've got this. Be kind. What became my go-to responses. This came in really handy when I failed and stumbled, because it was largely my internal dialogue that enabled and empowered me to get back up and head onwards and upwards. While I was able to carry much of the burden on my own, I had a wonderful support system, one that grounded me, kept me accountable, and helped me strive for more, to push my thinking, ask the questions that nobody else does, and to lean into the disturbances that come with learning something new. It made me realize, if somebody believes in you, and you believe in your dreams, it can happen. I know that I could not have done this without my support system, so thank you, great people. And I hope today that you take the opportunity to thank your support system too. So this marks a special moment for me today, as I accomplish the final thing I was told I would struggle to achieve. And this really is an encouragement to me to look closely at how I construct my reality through my perceptions. What else can I choose to challenge? And what can you choose to challenge? Your industry, the status quo, your own constructed reality, your knowledge. I encourage you to keep challenging. The journey doesn't end here for me, and I hope it doesn't for you. I hope that this thirst for learning and hunger for knowledge will only continue to grow as we move into the working world. This is how I believe we will achieve our dreams and inspire the people around us to do the same. Mental illness was my hurdle, and yours might look different. Today is about acknowledging our hurdles that we've jumped over to be here, because without these hurdles, we wouldn't have reaped the rewards of determination. We wouldn't have built resilience, and we wouldn't have grown into the people that we are today. Today, let's celebrate not only our success, but the success of those around us. Because it's when we share in the success of others that we can see the value in what we have accomplished. So I celebrate with you today as a graduate of the University of Waikato. Ngā mihi nui.
Thank you, Gemma, and thank you to all of the graduates and your family, friends and supporters who've attended the ceremony this afternoon. You have attended, succeeded and graduated from a world-class university. We look forward to hearing of your future success wherever in the world your journey takes you in the future.